In this lesson, I'll show you how to double resize this animation. At first, we'll make the logo go backwards and go smaller, and then we'll place here a second animation which will make the logo pop forward. Welcome in the next step. We are slowly finishing our animation by adding some fine touches into this composition. You see, this animation is really plain and boring. That's why I want to add two kind of movements into this composition. This is done very simple and you'll use this in After Effects in the future and while you are working with something. Right click, select New, and let's create a new Null object. I'll place the Null object near to the logo. To make everything better visible, I'll select the same color, for example fuchsia, so I know both of these connect to the same thing, and I even rename it to Logo Resizer. Now I need to click on the logo composition and parent it. Whatever Logo Resizer does, please do the same, Mr. Logo. I'll make a simple resize here. I press S on the Logo Resizer. I'll start with 130% of scale, and as the animation progresses, the logo will slowly become smaller. I'll go to an amount of 80%. So you see we have 50% of change. As everything happens, the logo slowly goes back and the animation already looks better. Now I want to make one more resizer because I want two animations to happen here. I want the logo to, when going smaller, to grow bigger. How crazy is that? That's actually not as crazy because it will be really simple to perform. Right click, New, another Null object. I'll call it Crazy Pop. No matter how you call it, you can do, for example, like that. And now Logo Resizer, be connected to that, and Revealer, be connected to that. Only the poor circular dots are not affected by this because this is meant to make the logo pop. And as the logo grows smaller here, and it doesn't grow, it gets smaller, I want another animation. As for scale, click on it, go forward to about when the animation ends or a bit more, 200%. Now I select all those keyframes. As always, I select Easy Ease to make the animation flow a bit better, and watch what happens. Let me make it closer here so we can repeat this animation. Boom, boom. And now I can see that's very, very slow. I want this to be pop, like really quick. I can do this on two ways. I can make those keyframes closer, so this animation will happen quicker. Boom. It still isn't booming. That's why you need to select both those keyframes and this time go to the graph editor. The graph editor, you can see how this animation flies. It's faded. I want to click on this and I want to pull this handle. I want also to click here and pull this handle. Now the animation will start slow, it will pop, and then it will come back. I don't want to explain the entire graph editor, but it's a way to adjust our keyframes to have the animation of our liking. Now the animation will be completely different. Let's preview it. Boom. It goes a bit quicker, and I wanted to adjust this perfectly with those dots flying out. I can, for example, you can always shift around those keyframes to another place if you think that's not the proper moment. I think they were okay, so I'll select them to place them here, this one a bit closer to make it even quicker, and boom. A bit too quick. Go later. Boom. Okay, right. And this is the animation I wanted to achieve. So in this lesson, we created a logo resizer with a slow size animation backwards and a crazy pop with an animation upwards. This is the result you should have by now. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you are following through, and in the next lesson we'll slowly finalize this animation.